Please make him incredibly welcome, Joel Creasey.
Hello, Melbourne. Thank you so much for having me. Look, I've been quite busy lately. I've been trying really hard to get famous, not really nailing it. This is how unrecognisable I am, it turns out. I was home in Perth over Christmas and I was going for a jog, because this does not just happen. And I was going for a jog and this child on a bike, which I assume was a gift for Christmas, knocked me over and his mum went, "Callum, leave that poor lady alone." I am male. But the thing is, though, I think if you recognise a celebrity, you should tell them. I think that's quite nice. Like, I even recognised the other day Paulini from Australian Idol. Remember Paulini in the gold dress? I recognised her and I said, "Oh my God, Paulini, like, I love you. I voted for you on Australian Idol." And I'm glad I said something because it was a really special moment and it definitely meant something to her as well. What she said back was so nice. Paulini said, "Thank you. Would you like to upsize your popcorn for an extra 50 cents? And I said, "Absolutely, babe. Bang on the gold dress." And she said, "Sarah Marie will show you to your seats." So I thought I was recognised. I did think I was recognised the other day. I was at a bar in Sydney and this guy came over to me and started talking to me and my friends. And by talking to us, I mean he launched into a monologue about his life. And his name was Daryl. And that was fun because he was only like in his 20s. And I'm like, who's called Daryl ever, let alone in their 20s? And he came over to us and he goes, "Hi, my name's Daryl," and I'm fake. So in my head I was like, shit name. But I said, "Oh, fantastic name." And then Daryl goes, "Yeah, thanks. I get that a lot." Do you though? And then out of nowhere, Daryl goes, "But I love stand-up comedy." Right? That is kind of a random thing to say. So I thought, like, he must. So I said, "Oh, I'm a comedian," which I would never normally say to someone. That's a bit weird. Normally I just say like, "Oh, I'm a writer," or "I'm a cat," and people just back off. And so I said, "I'm a comedian." Daryl goes, "Really? Oh, really? You don't look... I've never heard of you. If you're funny, tell me a joke." Right, and that is the worst thing to say to a comedian. Like, never say that. That's like saying to a doctor to suddenly perform brain surgery or someone with an arts degree to suddenly make me a coffee, right? It's just uncalled for. Oh, this is the one famous thing that's happened to me recently, though. I've started getting haters. It's so awesome. Get this. During the Melbourne Comedy Festival last year, right, this guy was so obsessed with hating me, he would come to my show every night, but he wouldn't buy a ticket. He would just come along and abuse the people queuing up for the show, right? And that line was tens of people deep. And he would just, every night, he'd come along and be like, "Oh, you're going to see a homosexual, you're all going to hell, you're all homos, homos." Like, every night, to the point that I eventually had to go out to the front of the queue and address this guy, and I just had to say, "Look, Prime Minister, I am flattered that you are here, but, I mean, buy a ticket, please." Oh, this is the other hater I had recently. I actually had this hater. He's online, and I have this online hater, and he sort of checks in every few days just to tell me, like, "Oh, you're an abomination." I'm like, "Oh, hey." And, like, I think I might have Stockholm Syndrome. And he messaged me this the other day, and this is amazing. I'm going to have this frame and put in my lounge room. This was like a Tuesday morning. He checks in and he goes, "I wasn't homophobic until I saw you, but now I want to move to Uganda because you can kill gay people there." Like, intense, right? So obviously I replied. I sent him the link to Webjet with the flights, and I said, "Have fun, but I can't make it." And then I just sent a selfie of my dick. So what have I been up to? I have been busy. You have been lovely. My name is Joel Creasey. I'll see you later.